Gemini, this week the haters get shut down, and I need you to completely shut them down by the way that you're thinking, because you're allowing their old narrative and the positions and their attitudes towards you really get under your skin. And that's really even a past reflection. You know it's already moving out of your life, and you're the one that's kind of sticking around. And if there's people that are coming out of the woodwork or memories that are getting stirred up, just don't give them any credence, because we just really need to push that aside, because it's kind of blocking everything that's good. And I'll also say one other thing. In this eighth position, the way that other people look at you at that Nine of Wands, that interpretation is tarot is really tired. Like I'm at the end of a journey. And that kind of makes me mad that other people would look at you and think that, okay? So I want you, especially those haters, because that's exactly the kind of emotional vampires that these kinds of people are. And you know that. Gemini is sweet and loving and giving. I need you to focus on that this week, because God's universal gift is coming your way. And you know it's already starting to take a foothold in your spirit. You want to allow it, but you're allowing past reflections and emotional hurts. And I get it. There's two of you. There's a lot of stuff to be carrying forward, but it's kind of blocking your ability to be really joyous and happy. And also, too, other people are looking at you as defeated. And that's a bummer, because I know you're not, okay? So this week is all about new opportunities, even especially leaving, like I said, the stuff behind. But even if there's grief in separation, or from death, physical death and separation from people you love, just again, people on the other side are always joyous. They're never complaining about heaven. And here, if there's been separations of love, you're going through a cycle. That's kind of what the lessons of Gemini is over the last couple of years. But you're starting to come out of it. And it's all meant for you to believe in yourself and be a confident person and have your own identity. A lot of you over the last couple of decades have kind of stifled your own you, right? So now it's getting to emerge, especially in that first, that Fool. It's one of the most important cards in the tarot, because it starts the major arcana, and it means new life lessons are coming in, okay? So no blocking it, because at the end of the day, the High Priestess, who's literally sitting around below these Four Cups, right? So these gossipy people, right? So you're the High Priestess, and they think that they can overpower you. Oh gosh, how silliness. You know, just again, your own head is stopping it, because that's that present day. You're allowing that to get to you. So let's turn that Four around. And the real definition is the firm foundation to build upon your heart. I know some stuff has been happening that is really good for you. And you know it's kind of making you kind of tickle, saying, wow, I didn't expect this kind of feeling out of this doom and gloom. But it's nice. And I want you to kick into that, okay? Because it's all new stuff, especially in the area of the heart, home, career, family, and relationship. That's the area of the Pentacles. It's all getting a refresh, whether you like it or not. So you might as well go with it, because it's all for your betterment. Okay, that's the general reading. Let's get into why I said it. The Fool, like I said, is that first placement. That's the overall kind of vibe of the reading. And he's, like I said, so important, because he starts the major arcana. But see, he's wearing animal skins. In almost every deck, you'll see it like that, because I'm not carrying anything forward, including emotional baggage. In some interpretations, you'll see him with a little stick with the little bag. It's like so bare minimum of the materialistic world that he's bringing in forth for the new joy of the spirit and this new identity and character that you've developed out of those testing times. That's what that cave means, right? I come out of it, and I'm no fool at all. I got a connection to God. I know I'm have a new day dawning, and it's dawning around you. But it's interesting. The thing that's blocking you is falling in love, right? Okay, so again, if there's been separation, divorce, even death, and it's kind of killed your love vibe, I get it, but it's killing you now. So you're the only one that's kind of drinking that poison. Everybody else is joyous around you for the damage that they've caused you, which is a real drag. So I need you to stand up and be really proud of yourself, because you should be. Because I'll tell you something else. With these kinds of cards, like the death at the top of the matter, and that's what God's trying to tell us, to like move forward. Literally, if you've got to move forward, it's happening anyway, and you know it, and you want it anyway. And these cards are way more powerful than what these people are going to experience as their own karma, right? So you don't have to worry about getting that justice. God is at work here, and all he wants you to do is like focus on the yellow brick road. Don't take any other path, Dorothy. Just go right down here. And we're going to pick up people like us, you know? kind-hearted, and you've been really working on that, because you want new energy. In the fourth placement is, like I like to say, the gut. That's the upsurge of energy to create and to just get out there. And that's wonderful for a Gemini because that's your domain, right? And what's nice about this guy, it's youthful energy, maybe being around youthful people as well, but the youthful energy comes through you. Enthusiasm, excitement comes out. And you've also gotten some props, right? You're the Emperor here in my deck. I'm holding the world in one hand, imagination wand in the other. I got something to do, and that's stirring in you. And when we're combined, like God's making the pathway, and this guy wants to just say, hey, let's go kick it. That's wonderful because you've been working in the past reflection, that Knight of Cups. You've been working really hard on how to take a new journey for love. Whether you had to get on that horse by purpose, or whether you were forced on it because the universe and God just kind of gave you a big bitch slap, which you needed. I'm going to say, I hate to say it. That's why I don't want you wallowing in this kind of stuff. I need you to move forward because we're already on the horse. We're moving. And then we meet these guys along the way in the present. And it's like, they just want to be the killers of the party, right? They're just the naysayers. They're just gossipy, like I said. They're just not a good vibe, but all your cups are there. It's meant to build up your character, your ethics, and your integrity. And a lot of times, well, most of the times, we don't know where it stands until we're challenged by people that are trying to do that. And it was all meant for your betterment, again, but also to make you stronger, right? You're a much stronger person. If you were to look back a couple of years ago at the beginning of these kind of cycles, you're strong. So turn that into the firm foundation to build upon this kind of electric energy and the new ride for the heart. And again, the pathway God is making for you. And the 7 is like the direct extension of the Fool. So the 2 of Pentacles is so wonderful because I want to start new everything. It's the craftsman. Again, the earth domains of the Pentacles, career, home, family, love. It's just like, in a lot of ways, and Gemini loves to have, because there's 2 of you, I could walk in one world of the spiritual world. I could walk in the material world. I could be the entertainer. I could be the recluse hermit to help others and healers. And the 2 says, I got something to do now. So what is it? And there's electrifying energy, like I said, around you right now. So you need to utilize this week. And this is where I was getting mad. Like I said, the 8 position is how other people view you. And that's really a tired card. But for you, it means you're going into safe harbors. So the last laugh is on you. Or them, rather. You have the last laugh. All your wands are there. No harm done. And it's built up your character, your integrity, your ethics, and how your heart and your spirit and how you want to execute it into the future. You're not going to get to those with the butterflies and unicorns. So stand up tall. Don't let these people think they got the better of you. Because that's exactly that vampire energy they want. It's horrible. So 9, hopes and fears. You want to take the ride, but I'm afraid to take the ride. I've already been on the ride with one horse. I'm afraid to get on another. But this guy is kind of reinforcing the heart, and now let's taking it into the material world. So no worries. It's new opportunities. It's kind of a reflection of spring in our, hemisphere right here in the U.S. So just go and plant new ideas. You want them anyway. You want to get out. You want to be social again. And I guarantee that the right people are meant to come to you. And I also will say this, these kinds of people that have been turned their back on you in that kind of feeling, they were meant to go by the wayside a long time ago. So let's say you even saw them acting in ways that were never appropriate, but you never thought it would happen to you. Well, wake up. Here it is. And that's the hopes and fears, and that's why we're moving on. And even 10, the reaffirmation of the outcome. The 8 is the refresh, rejuvenation of kind of these cards. So you know some stuff. You know how to do refresh. You know how to make friends. You know how to set up family. You know how to set up relationship. You know how to go find love. You know how to set up home and career, right? Okay, so believe in yourself. That's the overall gist of this, because again, in the bonus card, we can see the High Priestess. That's you. She's a major arcana. She's the spiritual world mixed with the material world. Oh, and I'll say one more caveat about the material world. No more cheap thinking about the gold coin squeezing it, okay? That is not the Gemini's nature. So there's been a lot of that going on in your thinking, and it's probably these people trying to say, oh, you're not doing this thing. Stop it, okay? No cheapie, because that's not you, okay? Everything about the High Priestess, she's the exalted state of anyone going into the spiritual arts or just trying to get a connection with God and be a better person. So that's you. And you don't get there unless you've been an extremely good egg. So like I said, you're going to have the last laugh. The haters go down this week, because you're standing proud. The more you stand more confident and walk confidently and proudly forward, the more energy and vibration to kill those kind of negative, like the negative vibrations coming at you. It's just, it's again, you just get a refresh. It's so wonderful, Gemini. Let's go.